grammatical sense. But anyway, do they know? Are they making this up as they go along?
What, you mean doing a Lost?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, have they said, right, okay, here's the story. Phil Coulson is back because of this,
Reasons.
and you're going to find out in episode 9.
Yeah.
Or are they just going,
No, I think they're just going to keep it magical and mystical and essentially what he's came out and told us there is we already knew this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, duh.
I know he hasn't
Because
anything.
they've really hit the nail on the head several times now with the whole Tahiti's a magical place thing, because he wouldn't shut up about it in the pilot, and he kept saying it in the second episode as well. So I think, yeah, we know there's something not right about Tahiti. We get it.
Yeah. Other news, we'll see what else. Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy has... Director James Gunn has tweeted that Guardians of the Galaxy has now finished filming.
Yeah, well, that's a drop in the ocean, though, isn't it? Because, let's face it, the amount of actual physical shooting versus the amount of CGI work they have to do.
Yeah. So that's the easy part done. Vin Diesel posted a video. I was going to play this in the show, but the audio was really, really bad. But it basically showed him running around while he's filming Fast and Furious 7. He's running around these like big stilt things, because they are going to do motion capture for Groot.
Way.
And he says that he has one line in the movie, which of course everybody knows, I am Groot. So but he talks to a bunch of people. He tells them about he's playing this 7'3" monster and blah blah blah. So obviously filming may be done, but he seems to still have his motion capture to do.
Yeah, like I was saying, just like literally principal photography's finished, but all the CGI and all the motion capture is yet to come.
There's still a mountain to climb.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy here, Ruth. Come on.
Okay, there's still a space to be explored.
We're talking about a movie here, Ruth. Filth.
Oh, right, okay. So Marvel have also announced that they're working on 4 new TV shows and a mini-series.
Way!
Yes.
Yay!
Ruth, oversaturation, surely.
Yeah, totally. 5
TV
I believe
series.
it's called market domination.
It's brutal because people are just going to go, right, enough.
Do you think, right, like Marvel and DC, they're kind of like these rival kids at school, and Marvel's went, yeah, we're bringing out a TV series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. DC have went, yeah, well, we're going to bring out a Commissioner Gordon TV series. Marvel's like, oh yeah, well, we've got 4 TV series that are coming out. Yeah, beat that.
Yeah.
And then DC's just like, well, Superman's 75.
Yeah, well, DC's there, but our cartoons are much better than yours. But yeah, so we also know that there's an Agent Carter TV show coming.
Really?
I know. Do we?
Can they just focus on something and do it really well instead of spreading themselves that thin?
Oh, for goodness sake, Ruth, stop it!
What?
Just moving on.
Yeah, I personally think there is a danger of that. There's far too much.
Yeah.
Little fragments. And I also think it's going to be the case of, if every night of the week there's a Marvel TV show on, because they're talking about it might be, for online viewing, or you might have to buy it or download it or whatever else. But I still think it's going to get to the point where people are going to be, you know what, I can sit in the house and watch this. I don't really want to go to the cinema and see more of this. No?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe?
Fair enough, yeah.
Okay, right, what else? Now, here's the thing. Ant-Man, of course. Ant-Man's the next big Marvel movie, right?
And I think it's the next big one that we're really looking forward to outside of the Avengers sequel.
Yes, because it will be... Am I wrong in saying that it's going to be the first movie of Phase 3?
Yeah, because it comes out just after the Avengers. Right,
now Ant-Man is one of the lesser-known characters, one of the lesser-known Marvel characters.
Do you know what I think it's going to be like? Like 2006, 2007, only a select few knew about Iron Man or Iron Man. Post 2008, everybody loves Iron Man. I think this is going to be a similar thing with Ant-Man.
Okay, well, we know Edgar Wright's directing the movie. We're big fans of Edgar Wright. Ruth, am I putting you in a spot here by saying Edgar Wright fan of? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to see what he does with this movie. Now, apparently, because we have seen the test footage, which was released last year at SDCC, and so we know that Edgar Wright obviously has an idea in his head, and the test footage looked great.
It looked amazing.
And after watching The World's End, I just thought, you know what, I cannot wait to see what this guy's going to do with a Marvel superhero movie, because The World's End was just frantic. It was fantastic.
The fight scenes were just unreal.
The fight scenes were, I still think it had the best fight scene of the year, which was the first scene in the bathroom when they find out that people aren't really people. Which is an amazing fight scene. So Marvel have got to the point now where they're obviously starting to prep Phase 3, and apparently the choice for Ant-Man has come down. Have you read this? To 2 actors.
Yes.
Now, the first actor is somebody who seems to be attached to every role that's
Yes.
going right now, which is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I don't, I didn't want him as Batman. I don't want him as Ant-Man.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're agreed on this?
Yes, absolutely.
He's not
I'm
a bad
with you.
actor. I like him. He's a decent actor. But you know
Yeah.
what? Again, oversaturation. Too much.
Yeah, he doesn't
JGL.
have. He doesn't have the average looking guy that Ant-Man sort of requires. Because Hank Pym, he isn't too well built, and he doesn't look as focused as Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay.
Because with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in The Dark Knight Rises, you looked at him and you could believe he was a cop.
Yeah, okay.
He
But then
has
if you
that
watch
sort of
things like
authority
500
about him.
Days of Summer, or, he can play just he
I
is.
know, but he has the wrong look about him.
Okay, no, I agree with you.
don't know
I
what
do
it
agree
is.
with you. I'm sort of sick of seeing the guy because he just was in everything,
Yeah.
and every time there was a new movie coming out, he was attached to it and everything else. But the
I
other
always
one,
think of him in Third Rock from the Sun and think, oh, he was just that wee fella on that show, wasn't
I
he?
never watched Third Rock. I
No.
don't know. Did you watch Third Rock
No,
from the Sun?
never.
Just that kid with the long hair,
Okay.
But yeah.
So obviously he was quite young in it.
Yeah, I think he was like 15 or something. He's not really, really young, but young enough to
All
just
right.
think that's just all I really remember you from. I remember from lots of other things, but that's just where my memory goes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he came from nowhere, didn't he? He was just
Yeah.
like, he was in G.I. Joe, and you're like, oh, I've seen him in something else, and he was in 500, and then the next thing, oh my god, he's just the biggest actor on the planet, and I don't know how that happened. Anyway, but the other actor that's attached, and I love this, I think this is amazing, is Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes, because
I'll
Paul
have that.
Rudd is a fantastic actor, and high praise, he's the closest we have to a modern day Bill Murray.
Yeah. Because, if you watched Role Models, was it? What a film.
Yeah.
Loved him in it. It's about time we actually had a proper movie where Paul Rudd is the star and not the supporting actor.
It's
Yeah.
long overdue, and he is, as you said about Hank Pym, he's just everyman.
Yeah.
He's not that good looking, he's not well built, he's just an everyman.
Yeah.
And I personally, I'm totally 100% behind this. I hope this is true and not just another crazy rumor.
Absolutely. And Paul Rudd, directed by Edgar Wright.
Yep.
In a movie, Ant-Man.
Yeah, with comedy overtones. I mean, what's not
winning
to love?
formula? There it is.
In fairness, though, anything directed by Paul or by Edgar Wright is winning formula. No?
Yeah, no, Paul Wright's movies are just fantastic.
Shut up. Quiet, you. Okay, and what else? Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy has wrapped. Okay, so am I the only one? I'm sick of Marvel News. Are you sick of Marvel News yet? Is it just me?
Yeah, no, it's every week.
Yeah, because we keep every week, because Ruth, I know sometimes you come in there to the show, we all say, you know what, this week we're going to try and stay away from Marvel News. No,
But
we can't.
it's
There's
unavoidable.
15 Marvel
No, it
stories
hunts
this
you
week.
down, it finds you.
It does, and it just wears you down. But on saying that, I'm really excited for Thor. Are you excited for Thor?
I can't wait for Thor.
Ruth?
Totally, Chris Hemsworth's hot, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see Natalie Portman in that movie.
Yeah, no, I
'Cause-
can't wait to see Tom Hiddleston.
Totally, oh.
I'm a Hiddlestoner, Can't wait. And the hair as well. He's going full 80s goth rock style. Oh,
Doesn't Tom Hiddleston look kind of weird when he's not Loki?
Yes.
yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yes.
Doesn't he look kind of weird when he is Loki?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Up all night to get Loki.
Yeah, we are up all night to get Loki.
But
Oh,
doesn't
there
he?
you go.
'Cause I think he looks really strange.
He does. He's a weird looking guy. So therefore he's perfect to play a Norse frost giant creature person who's a bit
God.
mental and tries to take over the world.
Okay. Do you know he originally he tried out for Thor? That was
Really?
They found him because
Really?
he went
No.
for Thor.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no, never in a million years.
Really though?
Yeah, really. And apparently they were like, no, but we have a role for you. Could you even imagine him bulked up? He doesn't.
No, he doesn't suit it.
It's like Jake Gyllenhaal when he played, what was it, Prince of Persia?
Persia,
And
yeah.
it's just like, oh, what is going on there?
Yeah.
Somebody has grafted Jake Gyllenhaal's onto a muscular man's body. What's the crack with that?
Well, that's something I try not to think about, Mark, but thank you for putting that in my head.
Oh, you love it.
I do, yeah.
Okay, we talked a little bit briefly earlier on about Superman's big 75th anniversary
Yes,
this
we
year.
did.
The Man of Steel, 75. He's holding up well, in fairness.
Okay, he's not looking too bad. I mean, he's had a bit of work done on him, let's be honest.
Yeah,
He's had a few different artists come in over the years, but...
He has. And in in celebration of that, Zack Snyder who of course directed Man of Steel. Did you see Man of Steel? The history of Superman,
Yeah.
which starts with the iconic Action Comics cover of him holding the car,
Yeah.
and basically goes right up to and including Man of Steel.
Yes. Is it just me, or do you just love that opening shot of the Action Comics, the front cover of it, and then all of a sudden that car he's holding becomes 3D and he throws it away? From that second on, I was hooked.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a really, really nice piece of work. I'm not a big Superman fan. I personally think he's, but anyway. But I really did enjoy this.
What I particularly love is the fact they started out with the John Williams theme and they merged it with the Hans Zimmer theme. Mm-hmm. I love that.
We're going to talk about Hans Zimmer in a moment.
All right.
Right, now, other news from DC, and this is big news as well, is that Kevin Smith, of course, who, bit of a nerd icon,
yes, he
Mallrats, Clerks, Jason Amy, he's finishing his Batman trilogy, which started with the Cacophony, then the sequel to it was The Widening Gyre, and then it looked for a while like he was never going to write the third part of it, but now it has been confirmed that he is going to finish and do his third Bat book.
Brilliant.
Have you read the other two?
No, I'm not really a comic fan.
Right, okay.
I need to be, though. Let's be honest.
Okay, but Kevin Smith writing comics. He there's one thing, he may not be the best filmmaker in the world, especially over the last couple of years, he really, really knows his comic books.
Yeah.
And he's a great writer. He writes
writer.
dialogue. He's up there with Joss Whedon when it comes to dialogue.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, fan of?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the guy,
Could you imagine Joss Whedon directing a script written by Kevin Smith?
No.
Do you think that would just be too much or too little?
I don't know. It'd be too much.
Would it be two worlds colliding
too
much?
Dialogue overload.
Just halfway through the movie, just all these people's heads explode.
Yeah, because there's just too much crackling dialogue in it.
Unless Silent Bob's there.
He's too old for Silent Bob now, though.
I know. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's much too overweight.
Mm.
He's huge. Have you seen him recently?
Oh yeah, Kevin Smith is a big guy now.
He is. He's much.
Like I think that hockey shirt that he wears, when he does his live shows, I think that actually has to be custom made for him now.
Right.
Because it's so big.
Yes. Oh no.
Yeah, we got that.
I got it.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a bit or a joke or anything. I'm seriously saying that has to be custom made for him.
Okay, you think so? Yeah.
No, I know so.
All right.
It has to be custom.
Have you asked him?
Yeah.
All right.
He's a good friend of my dad's.
Oh,
but
great.
so.
He's good for sure. All right. Yeah. So he's filming his Batman trilogy right now. Here is we were talking about
Hans Zimmer,
who did the score to Christopher Nolan's Batman movies.
Yep.
He did the score to Man of Steel.
He did.
Which we loved.
Yeah.
And we do love his work on Batman, even though it was a little. It didn't work as a standalone CD, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it works great in the movie.
No, it's literally two notes.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
3 movies, people, just that.
Now, there's a lot of talk about whether or not he should do the score to Batman vs Superman or Superman vs Batman, whatever it's going to be called.
And why shouldn't he?
Okay, tell us why should he or should he not?
Well, do you think he should?
I don't know, because he's going to basically have to retread the Dark Knight soundtrack scores.
Do you think so? Because I think he'd do something new.
No, I know he would, but he'll be creating 2 themes for the same character, which is kind of weird. No?
No, do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I loved his work on Man of Steel. Mm-hmm. And obviously I'd love to take what he's done with Man of Steel and rearrange that for Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
So I'd almost like to see a theme that combines... I'd almost like to see a merging of Superman and Batman's themes. I'd like to hear the Man of Steel theme, but something else in it. Not essentially his work on the Dark Knight trilogy, but something new that suggests Batman.
All right.
I'd love to hear that.
Would he have to create a whole new theme, or should he go back and revisit the Dark Knight?
He should not. Because that's an open and shut case. That's Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises. You can't go back and use music from that in this new iteration because it's Ben Affleck, it's not Christian Bale. It's a totally
that's
new...
why I kind of feel you need someone fresh altogether to come in and just do something fresh with the fresh...
Well, but then again...
Fresh. Could I say that anymore?
Freshy McFresherson. Yeah.
Fresh.
Well, no, but at the same time, it's not entirely fresh because it is still Henry Cavill from Man of Steel. So that's why I'm kind of caught with, bring back the guy who's worked on it before and knows what he's doing, as opposed to letting it go to somebody else, which, in all fairness, somebody new could come in and just blow you away with a fantastic score, or somebody else could come in and just muck it up.
Okay, now he said that he hasn't been asked yet, but I think he is pretty confident he's going to get it. I just think it's really interesting because, Ruth, do you think if people hear the Dark Knight theme in a movie, they're automatically going to think of Christopher Nolan? Do you think the audience, obviously, the likes of us and certain people would be, but do you think most of the audience are going to be that keyed in?
Probably not, to be honest. But I think just for people who actually enjoy the details of the movie and the actual score and everything as well, that sort of sets the scene as well as just what you're looking at on the screen. I think that's going to make a difference to the people who are actually passionate about the thing.
See, that's the worst part though, because even to the what is with these headphones, even with the
what's with your head?
It's incredibly sexotronic. Anyway. Anyway.